Front Row Promotions, supporting and promoting musicians around the globe.
Hey, welcome to Front Row Promotions. Today in the house we have Lawrence Wallace. How are you doing, Lawrence?
Wonderful.
How are you?
Excellent. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Good.
Great.
I'm so glad you joined the show. I couldn't wait for you to come on because there's so much to talk about and so many questions I have for you. Are you ready?
I am, yep.
Awesome. First of all, I would like to talk about how did you get into shredding? Everybody, if you don't know, Lawrence plays an amazing guitar and he shreds and what you just heard in the introduction is his music. Isn't that so cool?
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
So cool.
Yes.
To answer the question, I think my very first experience, I had to start from probably age 7, roughly. When I first heard metal, it was like age 6 or 7. I heard Children of the Grave by Black Sabbath. And on this old, it was around Christmas time. It was close to Christmas. It was on some old crappy radio thing. It was picking something up from 98.7 or whatever the hell radio station. And
Okay.
and I was like so into it. It was like, it was like something that was like it was really rocking in my mind. I was jumping up and down on the couch. And then and my grandmother walked in the room at the time. She's like, "Oh, Children of the Grave. That sounds morbid." I was like, "That was freaking great." I didn't know what this was, but I was thinking out of my head. I'm like, "That's like something you never hear." I didn't hear it. I was sheltered. I was a kid. I didn't know anything. I only knew what I was allowed to know.
Right.
I only knew what I was able to know based on what my parents would let me know. And as I grew older, I started getting into like more things that I started listening to music more often, and I got into Metallica probably. Now I'm having a hard time. Hang on. I got into probably like 12 years old, and I noticed there was an album that really caught my attention more than all the other albums as the very first one. When Dave Mustaine left the band, and they had Kirk Hammett play, he played these fast blues solos like on Kill 'Em All, and that's and when I started hearing all of that, I'm like, what's that thing? That thing that's happening right there. I kept asking myself, I was like all these high notes, all these fast high notes. What are they? What is all this? I didn't know what to call it. You know what I mean? And people would call it a guitar solo. I'm like, okay, well, you can do a guitar solo and not sound like that. You can do a guitar solo and sound like anything. It sound like a mess. But what is that thing where they're doing all this high sounding notes? That are just going off on their own. And I didn't bother learning how to play the guitar till later on. I was 16 years old. I picked up the guitar and I wanted to learn it. I was actually serious about it at that point.
Yes.
And I went to Accent Music, and it's a music store to exist, and before Guitar Center completely annihilated their business. But I went up there and I wanted them to learn how to be able to play like that, and I practiced so hard on it. And once I got to the ability to play all the Metallica songs and all the solos and everything, I just wanted to go further, and I just wanted to go higher and faster. And I guess I couldn't get enough of playing fast, maybe.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you wanted to go really, really fast.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to, and one other thing that really caught my attention was a lot of delay. Like I love the sound of delay when delay is set right.
Yes.
I still don't have a very good delay setting, but when it's good, it's good. But I'm not a technician. Anyway.
Okay.
That's where it came from. It was the love of listening to the melody on a guitar.
Nice.
I still don't like
Nice.
the way I sound, by the way, but
Well,
that's it's a conversation that takes a different turns into like a tone thing. Like, but I mean, I like what I do. I like the
yes.
notes that I choose. I love the notes that I choose. I just don't like the way my fingers make the freaking thing sound. You know, it's something I'll have my own show for. You know.
Well, I think we are our worst critics when it comes to what you feel about what you do and things like that.
Hmm?
Um,
Sure.
but when you do a certain song, as I've listened to most of your songs, and there's a few I have favorites about, and like the one that just was playing, you have a sound that has a sound that's like a drill. How do you make that sound?
What sounds like that?
Um, I would have to play it again.
What song was it?
But the one that it's in this song, Lost at Sea.
It sounds like a drill in there.
Yeah, it's a certain part. Um, oh shoot, I would have to play it and let you see what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. You could point out the. I don't think that I do anything special there, but
But I guess it's maybe the way I interpret it or the way I hear it, and it just sounds like a.
a buzzing noise.
Yeah, it's like a sound. Yeah, that sounds really cool, and I'm like, wow,
It might be
it's
the whammy bar.
real.
It might be a whammy bar technique.
Oh, okay. I love the whammy bars, flying V, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I can't sit down with a flying V. I have a spinal cord disease, so
Oh no,
sadly
yeah.
can't sit down
So are
anymore.
they awkward? Are
Oh, I
they
can't
different
stand
to
up anymore.
hold? A different way to play it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I do have a flying V that doesn't have a whammy bar on it, but the one that
Okay.
I use actually is a Jackson. Still good guitar.
Yes, absolutely. Now, what type of guitars are they? Certain different guitars, or is it any guitar that you can do the shredding on?
Um, I can do shredding on any guitar, but doesn't always sound the best on every guitar. Like if you give me the worst guitar ever, as long as it's strung up and in tune, probably shred on it. But you're not going to like the way it sounds. I mean, it'll be you know, it'll be obvious. It'll
Okay.
be pretty
Is
obvious.
it a certain name type of guitar? It's just made that would
Mm.
be like the better sound, or is it just any guitar? Would
I mean, like the question is vague, but if you're talking about brand names, no, there's no problem whatsoever shredding on any guitar. I can shred on anything, as long as it's a guitar that works. The thing is, like some guitars, not the first guitar I had, but I used to own a guitar called a Stella. I think it was BC Rich made these.
Oh
And
yes, I love
let me
BC
tell
Rich.
you something about this. The Stella guitars, the old Stella guitars,
Yes.
they're beginner acoustic guitars, and it came in Goodwill. I used to work at Goodwill when I was like 17 years old.
Oh, okay.
Um, the 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 strings made it after you were ever past like the third or fourth fret, the strings are about like that high off, and the further you go, the higher they go, and it sounds like a cardboard box if you play if you play anything. The worst guitar I've ever played on ever. Now, if you want to talk about me shredding on that, we're talking about me pressing down on notes that are more of an inch high,
Oh no.
and
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that problem. Maybe Stella, maybe that thing could have been fixed. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was like the shittiest guitar I've ever played, and maybe
I
I
got
answered whatever question you kind of put out there. I think I tried to.
you. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I mean, I went down memory lane for a minute. That was a
That's okay.
horrible guitar. I got rid of it for $40. Somebody bought it for $40.
Wow.
$40.
I think sometimes Goodwill don't know exactly what they have, and
I
when they
got it from
sell it.
Goodwill I got it because I worked there. I got it for like a discount for $5, or whatever. But I ended up selling that to somebody else for $40, probably because they saw the BC Rich name on it.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
might
What
have been
color? Yeah, what color was it? Was it like
it's a
sharp
dark.
looking?
It was a dark brownish color. It was
Yeah.
it was an acoustic guitar.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Maybe they just saw BC Rich and went like, ah.
If
Yeah.
they knew, I don't know. They might not have even known.
Yeah, that's true. So how long did it take for you to learn how to do the shredding? It looks easy, but I know it has to be like
In the beginning, it wasn't
intricate.
easy. In the beginning, it wasn't easy at all. It was very difficult. I think probably like about a year in, I was able to play as fast as Metallica. It took me about a year to be able to play as fast enough to play the Metallica songs well.
Gotcha.
About 2 years in before I was able to be like, I was able to play at like Ingve or Paul Gilbert speed with the left hand.
Mm-hmm.
I can like play super fast, but my right hand wasn't developed very well. That took me another 2 years, and it was a rigorous an attempt to really get that worn in because I'm actually left-handed.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So that's a little bit different when it's the
That's
guitars
typical,
are
yeah.
over the side. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, because of how linear my thoughts or thinking patterns are, and how I want things to be easy, I want to be able to do 3 notes per string and have it all boxed in.
Mm-hmm.
And because I have that way of thinking, it just made so much more sense for me to try to force myself to be good at alternate picking and go through the strings and everything in order to play. If I want to play like fast melodies or whatever, if I want to have the freedom, this hand better work well. If it doesn't work well, I'm left alone with this hand, and this hand just covers the notes and everything. And it's just like I'm gonna have to like do a whole lot more and learn the neck a whole lot better if I just want to get good with this hand. And I just had a lazy mind. You know what I mean? My mind didn't want to think. My body just said, make that shit work so you can actually fill in the gaps when you don't have to do melodies.
Right.
You can just shred through it. And I was like, it just seemed easy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I might be lazy, it might be stupid, but I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I'm a careless kind of guy. As long as it sounds good, that's all I care about.
Right. Right. So you got a couple notes on the board. Visionary of God said, I got totally drunk one time and was shredded. Then I passed out and was shredded. Yeah, and passed out.
Uh,
Visionary of God.
are you lagging or am I?
I don't know. Did it stop a little bit?
Yeah,
Can you
it
see me
did.
now? Okay. Sometimes it'll do it.
I don't like shredded cheese on shredded lettuce. We're not friends, man. I hate you now. That's like, I actually do. I actually do. It depends on what kind of cheese it is, though.
Yeah.
Not from under cheese or whatever the hell. We're not going to play that game.
I like sharp cheese or like that other kind of cheese. That kind
I
of
like
cheese.
Parmesan,
Yeah, that's good too. Let's see. We have some more
the Olive
notes.
Garden kind of thing.
hmm
They came
Shredded
in more than
cheese.
once.
Oh, that one came in. Okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. Here we go. Visionary of God said, some guitars just suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Everything wants to highlight. What the heck is going on here? Okay. Okay. Oh, stop it. You rock, Lawrence. All because you were saying about you not liking your sound. This thing isn't working here.
Oh, they're Logic plugins. I,
Oh, okay.
people think I'm crazy, but I actually really like those Line 6 pods.
What's it called?
The Line 6 pod, it's a little red bean kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A lot of people hate that, but I
Yeah.
mean, for the delay settings and stuff, I really think that they do a great job.
Yeah.
So does Peavy, the Peavy Vipers.
Yes. Visionary of God said Lawrence rocks.
Hmm. Thank you, sir.
And they said
Oh yeah,
blessed.
man.
Ooh, yes. And they said, oh, Visionary of God said, someone looks cozy in the bed. Are you comfy?
You
Yes.
know what? I do all my for now, and this is going to change in the next couple months. But for right now, this is where I do my videos.
That's
I just
fine. You got to be
I
comfortable.
got a
I'm
nice
comfortable
prop.
where I'm at.
I got the wolf back there. That's like the god looking over me or something.
I like it. That's
That's
cute.
where I do a lot of my videos and stuff. It's like a mascot kind of thing. Like how
Yes,
people have that thing. There's their credit thing.
absolutely. Sheila said, "Are you married or girlfriend? And if so, do they listen to you play your music?"
I'm not married. Don't have a girlfriend anymore. I did.
Uh-oh.
And
Okay.
the thing is, did they listen or play my? No. The answer is no. Just no. None
No,
of them
no.
have ever been into it. They have never been into anything that I've ever done.
Really?
No,
Oh.
no, no at all. No, they love things that I hate, and they hate things that I like, and we. I don't even know why things last the way they did. Like
How long did it last?
that last one, 7 years.
Wow. Okay.
But she was supportive. I'm not
That's
gonna.
good.
No reason to really go there with that.
No.
Uh, I
Mm.
mean, there was one of the other girlfriends that I had a long time ago. I just saw her tonight. Actually, she's doing pretty well.
Good.
Yeah, she
Awesome.
still looks young. She still looks the same age as she did.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very cool.
we're
Very
talking
cool.
15 years ago too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone said, I
I
don't
wish,
know.
honestly, Sheila. I wish. I
Mm-hmm.
wish somebody would.
Oh, let's see. This thing isn't working too well. Hang on. I don't know. Alrighty, let me see. I'll just scan down here. I'm trying to get everybody's comments, but if I can't get it, I'm sorry. Try to read them. Okay. Let's see down here. Lawrence, are you? Oh, they somebody. Okay, we did that. Okay, it just didn't scan down here. Can you play any Slayer? Visionary of God said.
Did we ever do that? I think we might have played a Slayer song in my old band. I'm trying to think. Like we played we might have played Angel of Death or something a long time ago, and then we're asking for me to stretch back. And then there was Seasons in the Abyss. That was something that I kind of played before. But when I say band, I'm not talking about a band that actually really went out and actually did anything. I'm talking about a band that just hung out in the basement. They smoked pot and they just played. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It was just a hangout thing. It wasn't a real band. So like,
absolutely.
so the truth is, I don't. I mean, if I did play Slayer before, I don't know it now.
Okay, I got you.
Easy to learn. Easy to learn though. Let me tell you something. I can relearn anything.
That's good. I like it.
Mhm.
So who was your most inspired? Who inspired you? Who was your most one that inspired you? Can you
Very
get
hard
that word
question.
out?
Guitar player.
Hmm.
I started out really loving what Kirk Hammett was doing because of
Yes.
Metallica.
Yes,
That was my main thing. I wanted to be as good or better, and I strived really hard to be as good or better. And
absolutely.
then once I felt like I could handle all the stuff he was doing,
Hmm.
I went on to other things, and I started a band called Children of Bodom caught my attention,
Hmm.
uh, and it was before they got big. It was around the time of let's see, their album Follow the Reaper might have already been out by the time. I think it was probably out already by the time I actually really got into it. Probably Jeff Hanneman to answer that question. Um,
Gotcha.
I think like probably like yeah, Follow the Reaper is probably my favorite album of theirs, and just the sound of the electric guitar. The lead guitar player who also does the vocals, Alexi, by who he does this. He has like this certain kind of sound that I can't get no matter what I do. I've
Right.
tried so hard. I paid so much money on all the equipment. There's something happening. There's some audio thing going on that no one knows about and no one talks about. I
Okay.
know, I
Hmm.
know that this is bullshit. Like I bought the pick. I don't want to turn it in. Honestly, I could talk about this for a long time. I won't do that.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
won't do that. I'm frustrated because I never got it. And I know for a fact it's not the tones in the fingers, bro. No, sorry, no. All right, so like I got on my guitar, I have the EMG thing, the signature pickup. I bought the GP 1000, the thing that he played through. Had the whole
Yeah.
rig, had the whole rig. Heard somebody else try to mimic it on their Axe FX thing. try to mimic in my own Axe effects. I tried to get. I bought the GP1000. I bought the other pickup that he had before that, the one that was stolen a long time ago in after 1998. He had his old guitar stolen or something that had the same kind of pickup in it, but it was a different type with the same gain boost. You know what I mean? I did all this technical stuff to try to mimic that sound. No matter what, that will never come through on my speakers, no matter what. There's nothing I can do to get that tone. And
Oh.
I'm like, I know that my ears are not, these aren't stupid. You know, my right temporal lobe isn't stupid. I don't think the rest of my brain's stupid either. My brain's not
Right.
stupid. These ears here, and like, sorry, there's something they're hiding.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're intentionally hiding it. They probably are because the last concert they had the sound guy or somebody go up there to do the rhythm guitar section. So he was doing lead parts, and he was playing exactly what the lead parts were, and it sounded like Alexi Laiho playing. And also Root Blood Bella, when he plays when they did Synergy, they did a band called Synergy also. He plays
Okay.
and they bounced around with guitar solos. When both of them played, that same sound came through both of them. It's
Yes.
and I don't believe that the tone is in the fingers for different reasons. I mean I can tell you about this, but I know for a fact that I didn't get the sound I was looking for. So to continue on, you asked the question. I just trailed off on some stupid shit.
That is okay.
So he was a great guitar player. I really like that guy too. I think that his tone really caught my attention. It was really powerful sounding. You know, we can have this conversation offline if you want. But then after listening to him, there was Rusty Cooley, a really fast guitar player, extremely fast guitar player. That got me into really pushing myself to get faster. And I think after that, I started going into off the rails and then listening to some more really fast guitar players.
Yeah.
And it was a a lot of stuff. It was Chops from Hell. They used to have this website called Chops from Hell. I learned a lot from that. And then I got into the 8-finger tapping thing where you play like that.
Yeah, we're top of each other. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
I came up with some crazy licks. And at a certain point, I kind of stopped caring because I think somebody said something to me like, well, one of these days, you know, you're young now, but one of these days you're not going to be able to do that anymore. And the guy brought me down. So I was like, kind of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't even care about it.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
if I had the same young mentality as I did back then, and I continued on with that same like perseverance, that same kind of like push forward, being like, what he says, just do it. You know,
Right.
I probably would be better than I am now. But I'm
Oh,
content with the way I'm pretty content with
yes.
myself.
Yes. You just had somebody else just shoot you down, and yeah. We need to build you up. Yes.
I'm satisfied with the way I sound now, with the help of with the help of some Logic instruments that I'm using.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So they want to hear your music. Is there any way we can hear any music from you tonight?
Now, no, I don't. Probably not because I brought my amp and everything over to that club, and I
Okay.
didn't plug it in because so it would take me like a good 10 minutes or so to plug it in, and I'm not warmed up at the moment.
Okay. It takes some warming up to do. Yes.
It would sound like shit. I mean, I don't want to disappoint anybody.
That's okay. I understand. Okay, we have some more comments. I don't know what these are. No man always
Carry on.
Carry on. Okay.
I play that song too. We play that in a cover band, the Carry On thing.
Oh,
The
okay.
Kansas song.
I don't play guitar. I wish I could. Have you ever given any lessons in what you do?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I really hope that I hope that the people that actually took the lessons that I gave them was worth it. I mean, once in a while somebody will hit me up online and ask me for a lesson, and I'll give them it.
Yes.
And I do hear back from them, but they don't ask for more lessons.
Hmm.
Probably because they're looking for tips.
They're looking for what?
They're looking probably more for tips rather than a full on thing.
I gotcha.
When it comes down to like current lessons continuously, I've done that for friends for free, but not for somebody to pay me for it.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. So have you collaborated with any other shredders?
Only online and for a
Okay.
collaboration yet. There was one thing that I put together. I probably will do another.
Awesome. Is there anyone you want to collaborate with? Anyone in person? I mean, anyone in mind?
At the moment, not really.
Okay.
There's actually, you know what? Let me throw a name out. There's a guy named Roy Marchbank, who's really, really fast. He's probably one of the fastest guitar players I heard. And he's from somewhere in Europe, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
anybody wants to look him up, it's Roy Marchbank. You know, it's a crazy fast guitar player. I would like to have like a shredding, not a contest, but like a sort of like a one, like, you know, like a shred off with him. See if I
That
can
would
keep.
be cool.
I
Yeah,
want to see if I can keep up with him because he's super fast. You know,
absolutely.
I can name
Absolutely.
drop a couple shredders. You know, but
Nice.
when it comes down
Abs-
to when it comes down to actually like having a having a collaboration, there's only two that I've done. I've done one collaboration with like four other people, and
Mm-hmm.
my old guitar teacher named Chris Gordon. He
Okay.
he did a collaboration with us. We soloed back and forth on one song that I did back in like 2012 or 13.
Gotcha.
Starlight Eclipse. That's the name of the song.
Sonar Eclipse.
Starlight Eclipse.
I'm sorry, Starlight Eclipse. Okay. Awesome. I know the only other shredder that I do know is Mickey Licks. I was telling you about him before, and I was like, I would love to see you two guys have that kind of like hidden shred some, you shred some, and next time on the show, maybe I can have you both guys on together. You know, I always like to introduce people who do the same thing. That I just think that's when I hear good music and I hear good music and good people, I want to blend,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
introduce as much as I can. That's what I
Right.
love to do.
Hmm.
That's right. Let's see. We have Lisa. Let me see. Visionary of God said, Lisa, play Lawrence's song on your play. Oh, that's what he meant. You got it. It's coming up right now. Lawrence, if you would like to, sorry, I thought it was like saying
Yeah,
play guitar. If you want to tell us a little bit about Clock Tower, and then
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
play.
The clock tower. It didn't really have a. I'm trying to think. I actually don't even know what was going on through my head. Like I put together a beginning part. There was actually a slow sounding thing. You're about to play the video. The video doesn't have the slow part. The slow part in the beginning is the rain, and the rain is it's like supposed to build the feel of you like at maybe out in the city or something where there's a clock tower and it's raining or something. That's what I had in my head at the time. And it does a slow part and then it fades out and then it comes back in with a rush in and then it does the same thing the slow part does, except it has distortion in it and it's thicker. And then
Awesome.
that's when the song starts. Yeah.
Nice,
And
nice.
it was just a fun song, just like all the other songs that I did. I just kind of threw a lot of stuff together back in 2016, threw an album together. There was no rhyme or reason. I just had the time to do it. You know what I mean?
Awesome. You just put it together and there it is.
Yep, exactly.
All right. So here is the clock tower.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, hey, how about that? I love that. That was
Thanks. I thought you were
awesome.
playing the video, like that. I was under the assumption I sent you the video, but
Yeah. I was checking out the Facebook to make sure everything was running and it was good. So yes, I
okay.
played both the oh, that wasn't the video. Oh, okay. So I must have grabbed the wrong one.
Yeah, that's not the video. I have a video, a Facebook, not a, I have on Facebook. I have the video of it.
Oh, okay.
On
All right.
YouTube, it's not. I guess it's not ready yet to be put on YouTube. But
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I got it from. So sorry.
okay,
Sorry about that.
yeah, it's cool. The whole song's there.
Yes, absolutely. So who would be your favorite shredder if you had to pick one?
I have no idea. I mean, like, I I really like Andy James, Five Finger Death Punch guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's pretty
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. Awesome.
I followed him for a long time.
Nice. Very cool, very cool. What would um what would be your favorite song that you have done?
And uh, usually it's the more recent ones that I do, and I haven't done one in a while. Um, but you know what? I don't know. uh,
Okay.
is there a reason why you're asking? Or,
No, just was wondering which one would be your favorite. I have about three. I mean, I love all of your shredding, but there's like three that, excuse me, three that stand out. That was one. That was one of them. I have to look down to get the names. Exuberance.
oh yeah,
That just kicks ass. Zzz, it
oh,
just open it up and it goes boom, right into it.
right. It goes right in. That's a,
Yeah. And then there's of course the Lost at Sea. Is that the name of the intro? Is that what's part of the intro for
yeah.
the show?
Mhm.
I thought so. And he would just put different. It just sounds a little
They
different.
added extra parts. He
Yes.
wanted that intro right then. And the thing is, I was at work,
Oh
working
no.
a job. I had to be up the next day. I had all this other stuff
Oh.
to do. He's like, "You got to give it to me tonight." And I'm like, but it's going to be hard to do. He's like, "Oh, I have faith in you." I'm like, "I'll do what I can." And so I went through my catalog of stuff. Like maybe I can try to drag something else. What could be good for an intro? When I found that, I was
Mhm.
like, maybe that's good. And I just shredded over it, and it was like, maybe he'd like that. And it worked. I'm glad
That
it
was
did.
perfect. And I appreciate that because I know he was like, I need it now. I need it now. And I'm like, oh, that poor guy, you putting him through.
I had like less than an hour to put something together.
Oh, well, it turns out really good. And I use it for every intro. And I
Nice.
thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Hearts as well.
Yes. Hearts with a kick.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. Awesome. Visions of Another World. Do you like that song?
Yes. I like
Awesome.
that one too. I
That
mean,
was fun.
there's,
That was like my Dragon Force tribute kind of thing.
yeah. I was listening to it today on Alexa. I said, Alexa, pull up, these songs from you, and of course, I'm getting myself together, putting my hair together, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'll say, Alexa, what was that one called? What's that one called? What's that one called? So I can get it in my head, so I can learn them. So I see you have so many songs, and I've wrote them down. There's so many. You have Limitless. War in Heaven is a good one also.
I have that a video also for that one. I have two videos that actually are worthwhile. I mean, I tried to make another one before that, but it didn't work out very well.
Oh, okay. Enchanted Mirror. I love the names of most of these titles and these songs. Like, how do you um give them the name? Like, do you write it all out? Is it like a theme? Is it like
Um,
something? How do you see it? How does
it's,
how does that come about?
it's literally bullshit. It's like I just hear the song. I'm like, what would sound cool if I called it this or that? I'm like, oh, I think I'll call it this. It has no meaning at all. No rhyme or reason for any of it.
Okay, okay,
Just the truth is truth.
yeah. I like some of the sound of the titles. Um, Shadows of the Corrupt. Haunted Cemetery. Sounds very cool. And so I wish I would have more videos. I'd play them.
Shadows in the Crypt.
Shadows of the Crypt.
Oh, where'd you dug that up from the past, huh?
I'm looking. I was looking for all kind of stuff. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother with any of that. I buried that stuff. I don't care about it.
Oh, but it's good stuff. It
Yeah,
sounds good.
Haunted Cemetery.
Haunted Cemetery.
Just thinking
I
about
love
where.
ghosts. I love ghost hunting. I love everything it deals with that kind of spooky
I
stuff.
don't even remember some of those songs. I don't remember like what I did with them. Like there was so many. The thing is, the reason why is because so many band members kind of came and went,
Yeah.
and a lot of them were just kind of like nobodies. But like we've had our old drummer actually is he's now in Thy Art Is Murder. You know that band?
Say it again.
It's called Thy Art Is Murder. It's a band called Thy
Mm-mm.
Art Is Murder. Look them
No.
up. They're pretty big.
Awesome.
He's the drummer from my old band, Shadows in the
Oh,
Crypt.
okay.
He was in Shadows in the Crypt,
Cool.
and
Cool.
yeah, for one album.
Definitely we'll look that up. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Drummers move
So
on though. Guitar players,
yeah, amazing.
we stay where we're at.
Wow. Wow. So what are the basics of shredding a guitar? Of guitar.
You have to learn how to hold the thing, like anybody would tell you.
Hmm.
You have to know all the scales. At least all the scales in your average keys, like your average 7-note diatonic scale thing. You have to learn all those, and also you have to learn all the pentatonic patterns and the arpeggios, like basically the just the triad arpeggios. Once you know the neck of the guitar, you can choose whatever kind of notes you want to fiddle with, and you just got to have the skill set of being able to play it. I mean, I wish I could say it better than that. I would start out with somebody who wants to start out learning how to shred or something. I would just say, um, do what I did. You know, like go for like a guitar player that is good to look up to, who kind of plays well, but you know, somebody who you could, like the way I did it was like it's like picking up like a beginner book and learning how to color. Learning
Okay.
like listening to Metallica was perfect because it's like
Mhm.
it'll give you enough. Like that's a lot to practice for some young person, and it's not overwhelming for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's enough for them to get after about a year. You can play their songs, and you can play the solos probably if you practice enough. And then after you got that and you feel like you got it, then you just dig for more. So that
Hmm.
yeah, do what I did. Listen to what you like,
Yeah.
and practice what you like when you listen to it, and just do that. Like really, actually, it's pretty easy. I hope that's a good answer.
Right. It is. Like, what are the techniques? Is it as like a one step, two step, like a certain thing that you have to put together?
Mm. Well, one step like the after knowing how to hold the instrument, and being able to play chords, and being able to like play like scales. I guess practicing with the metronome
Oh, okay.
in order to actually really get the timing down, because that's a very necessity. It's a necessity. And that doesn't work for everybody, but it usually works for most people. And make sure you have timing. That's a really important thing. Try to make sure everything's in sync, and go from I would say go from learning when it comes down to playing leads. Go from learning your just A minor pentatonic, which is the same thing as C major.
Okay.
Go from A minor pentatonic all over across the neck. Practice uh, like once you get that down, then do E minor pentatonic, and then go to something like G minor pentatonic, B minor pentatonic. Just learn all those in all 12 keys, and then go to the 7-note scales. You know, once again, A minor, E minor, G minor, and just start practicing all those all around. And also, when you feel comfortable enough, start using your ear and actually just listening for what sounds like it makes sense. You go on YouTube, click something to play to, and then whatever key it's in, make sure you're in tune with it and play to
Okay.
that. Continuously play to it.
That's
Continuously. Okay.
Constant practice makes perfect. Yes. Absolutely. So is that what this, like what you would say the specs are, by listening, by holding, doing all the certain.
Did you ask a question? I didn't catch it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like what are the specs for shredding?
The specs. I mean, I thought I highlighted it.
Yeah, I probably already answered you. I got your answer prior to that. Like
I'm
so
going to
what?
tell you something. I'll give it to you this way. When it
Okay.
comes to shredding the guitar, like really getting fast and good at it, you really gotta like train yourself to do what people told you not to do. Like when you're sitting down playing with the guitar, like don't overstrain yourself. It's true. Don't overstrain yourself for the stuff that they teach you. If you want to learn how to shred and play
Hmm.
fast, you have to learn how to run. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You have to make your arm burn. That shit has to burn.
Oh
You know,
wow.
because you have to drill it into your muscle fibers for your brain to catch it. Continue to make that like if you have to
Yeah, I
do it,
knew the drill had something to do with it.
yeah, it's most likely a whammy bar thing. But there's you can do it with your hand too.
Yes.
If like you sit down with a guitar and say you want to learn how to play fast with alternate picking, for example, sit down with a guitar and practice your warm up and everything. Once you're warmed up, that's no excuse to say that's your top speed because guess what? It's not. Your top speed, you don't even know where it's at. There's no limit. Just
Yeah.
go up and down on a find a note, find somewhere on the thing, and just do
Yeah.
this shit as fast as you fucking can until it burns so you can't do it no more.
Wow.
And then
Okay.
to the point where you're like, then you gotta put some ice on it or something, and then
Okay.
come back and do it again. Make that shit burn. Like if you want to know
Absolutely.
how to shred, you got to really push yourself. And the thing is, you also have to not listen to other people. Like if you listen to other people say, "I can never be that great," because Ingve or Rusty Cooley or whoever is like
Hmm.
so fast, I can never be that fast. Well, guess what? You can be faster.
Yes. Don't listen to people. They
You,
just pulling you down. You don't need
you
to hear
just
that.
you just got to force yourself. If you keep forcing yourself, you don't even know how fast your top speed is. Your top speed might be something no one's ever heard. That's just the thing.
Exactly. Exactly. That answered my next question. Like, what speed is considered in shredding? Of course, it's fast, right? Fast, as
Whatever.
fast as you can go.
I'm not. See, I didn't take a class on any of this shit. I just kind of took my guitar out and started playing.
Yeah, I guess the more you do, the more you learn, and you just bring that guitar to the surface. You start just working at it,
Sean
and
Lane said the same thing. Like, the more you do, the better you get.
yes, absolutely. So, what tuning is best for shredding? I think you said by ear, playing by ear, and listening to the song. I think that's what you were saying.
I mean, like, well, the beginning, like, most of the shredders that I've listened to mostly tune to E flat or D, but there's no tuning best for shredding. Like, drop D makes it a little bit more difficult because you have to jump to that. If you wanted to use the bottom string, you have to jump ahead. You have to go a little further ahead on the fretboard.
Okay.
Other than that, uh, it's a question that is relative to many other things, like the tightness of the strings, the kind of guitar you're using.
Like, what are the best strings to use for shredding? Is there certain strings, or
I'm
is
actually a
it
very lazy guitar player. I don't even know. I just grab cheap strings. I have cheap guitars. I have cheap strings. This might change in the future. Probably will.
absolutely?
It probably
Yes,
will change. But I have
I'm
cheap
sure.
strings, cheap guitars. Everything I have is cheap. Everything's falling apart. I barely have anything that works in the first place. You know what I mean? I
We
just
got
kind
to
of
get you up to date.
yeah.
We got to keep you
If
bouncing
I
up.
feel like things are moving forward, I will
Yes,
upgrade accordingly.
yes,
Reality.
absolutely, absolutely. So, here's the major question: Who invented it? Who
Shredding?
invented shredding?
Who invented shredding? Who
Eddie
invented?
Van Halen. I'm kidding. I don't know, but I'm just saying that's who. That's that's the first person I saw. Van Halen in my day. Eddie Van Halen. Ah! Everybody goes wild. Yay!
Oh, you froze for a minute. Who invented shredding? I have no idea. I actually, because I don't know enough about players that are not famous. There might have been people before that were playing super fast that aren't even famous, and I didn't even know who they were.
Yeah.
When it came down to shredding it fast, can't point to anybody specifically. I mean, like, I have a hard time really thinking about it, I want to say Ingve, but I don't think that's really true. But the reason why I want to say Ingve is because he's the only person I heard that deliberately played speed. You know,
Excuse
like
me. Yes.
the guys from the
Absolutely.
guys from Slayer, like a lot of this stuff came out around the same time. The guys from Slayer, like they sounded fast to the untrained ear, but when you learn how to play, you're just kind of like. And Randy Rhoads, Visionary God says Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
He plays well. I like the way he sounds, but I don't know if I would say he invented shredding.
Jason Triani.
Satriani, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When I think of shredding, I think of neoclassical. I don't know about all that stuff there.
Now, Sheila said, "Are tattoos on your arm have something to do with your music?"
No,
No.
no. There was a zodiac thing right here. That's this,
Oh, okay.
and then there's it was supposed to turn into something that I didn't really fully get done. I was trying to get like something poetic done, but it didn't really work out well.
Oh, okay.
None of it actually. I did get the clock though. That's a clock. That's an eye
Oh,
with a
nice.
clock around it. See it?
Yeah, I see.
But I
Let's
didn't
see,
get.
Sheila.
Yeah, life is just. Oh,
She wants to see your tattoos.
all of them.
All of them, Sheila? Is that a yes?
Jesus Christmas! I can't. I can show you some.
Okay.
This here is not done all the way, and it may never get done because life is just too important for the rest of this. But there's a face here. You can kind of see. I'm trying to rotate my arm.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to actually see everything.
On the side there, I can.
Goes into this. You can see these monsters. They're supposed to be at a gate. It's kind of like the gates of hell kind of thing on
Yeah.
my arm here.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, yeah.
This is a head eating another head. It's like, and then there's like an alien head, and there's like, if you can see the gates of hell kind of thing, and then there's.
Oh, yeah.
And then over here, if you take a look at this, I done it kind of like difficult to really show you. That there is it's an Ouroboros, but it's an infinity Ouroboros with a snake eating its tail. And on the inside, there's a bunch of religious symbols, and they're all burning in hell. But the thing is, they're supposed to burn in hell, and this is the gates of hell allegedly. And then on the other side, it's supposed to be heaven, and there's supposed to be like stars and shit. I never did it though.
Oh, okay.
Take your shirt off. Any back? No, none on the back or the chest. Here, there's none on the back or the chest. This is it's hard to do this. It's just the dragon with the skull.
Oh, okay.
And a musical note thing.
Yeah.
Barely see it.
I see the music note. Yeah.
Those are those ones. I have a couple other cool ones. I'll just do one other that's my leg there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it goes through that. Yeah.
Right.
Very cool.
I have a couple others, but very difficult to do this on this little thing here.
I got you. I have one. Well, I have a couple. Of course, front row promotions. The red doesn't show as bold, but it's okay. We'll fix it. And I got this one over here, 13, and Jason.
Oh.
That's the beginning of my scary.
Yeah, man, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get the whole thing. You get the works, I think.
Yeah, it's just the beginning. My daughter loves
Just the beginning.
tattoos, and she's getting me into more. So I got one on my
Yeah, man.
ankle. This one here is the it's I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to bend it. It says Victoria. It's her name. It's like a mother and daughter infinity with the heart.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like it. Awesome.
yeah. So I have a few, not a whole lot, but I do like getting tattoos. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
I bleed a
well,
lot.
thank you, Sheila. She said beautifully. So
Yeah, man.
so
Awesome.
hmm tattoos are cool. Tattoos are cool. I know the red is hard to show because I tried to do the red and I wanted to be, bold and stand out, but it just didn't.
I might have been able to do that actually. I'm not like an expert at it, but I could probably I could probably enhance that on my own.
Oh, okay. You have the tattoo stuff?
I don't have it here now. I have a friend that does it,
Uh huh.
and I played around with his stuff, but I was able to do some. It's not hard at all.
Sweet. So that'll be cool. Get it fixed. So if someone come to you and said, wanted advice about what to do for shredding, what advice would you give them? What, they wanted to do the same thing you do.
Practice. Practice. It's very difficult to actually give advice directly to a camera because I don't know who the person is. Um,
Visionary of God. It's so cute. I eat shredded wheat and cheese. What
rock
else?
on, man. Yeah, whatever. Cool. Yeah. I don't actually eat shredded wheat. I at the moment, not at the moment, I claim that, but nice tats. Thank you so much. Let me think. It's very difficult to really know how to answer a question like that.
Yeah.
Uh, the best tips, like yeah, I had to be talking to the person directly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you do this thing? It's like, well, I feel like a bad instructor, like not being able to give the tip.
Uh,
It's very hard to do because it's relative to what the person's question really is, and you have to really kind of dig into it a little bit. Learn to take your fingers across the fretboard and do this. I'll grab my guitar. I don't have it plugged in,
okay.
but just take your fingers across the fretboard and make sure you can cleanly just roll your fingers like this.
Do your exercise, like
Yeah,
roll
just
your
roll it
fingers.
like that and try to
Yeah.
do it as fast as, not as fast as you can, but as fast as you can cleanly without making any mistakes. Do it on every single string with this hand, on every single string, on every single area of the neck of the guitar. And one guitar is not going to feel the same as another. You're going to recognize that. That never changes, by the way. It always feels different.
Yeah.
So just roll it around like that, as fast, like as cleanly and as fastly as you can. And then when you incorporate this hand, try to do the same thing with that hand, and do exactly the same thing as cleanly and as fast as you can for the technique aspect of it. And
Got
then because it's really difficult to actually answer a question like that because sweep picking is different than alternate picking, which is different than economy picking, which is different than legato, and the concepts, they're bracket concepts. So it's all very basic in terms of the brackets of things you learn, but that doesn't mean the muscles take it that way. The muscles don't take it that way. They take a while to teach. You
okay.
know what I mean? The mind, you'll get it. Your mind will get it, but your muscles aren't going to get it right away.
Right. So it takes a lot of practice, a lot in your forearm and your fingers to get it all down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because we didn't evolve to play instruments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
Absolutely. So if you had to have a certain quote about your music and about what you do, what would be your quote?
I don't know, man. I'd say like shred hard and maybe rock on or some simple thing.
There you go. There you go. What did Visionary
Don't
God
quit.
say? Don't
Don't
quit.
quit.
That's good.
There
That's
you
good. I like to eat shredded wheat while shredding paper and shredding leads, thinking about shredded cheese over shredded lettuce.
He's all about the shred. He's all about the shred. And And you know what? I can't blame them for that because I am too.
Absolutely,
All about
absolutely.
ripping those strings apart.
Yes. So I have a guitar. I love to learn. I don't even know the basics yet. So the basics and then the shredding, it's just, is it different than the basics? Of course, it's going to be a little different, but is it like the same kind of, what's the question I'm trying to say? Like the same, is it the same, like same notes, but you're just going faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it
Okay.
is.
That's cool.
All shredding means is you're playing fast. That's all.
Playing at a speed of zoom.
Yeah, you're just playing fast. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
From my
That's cool.
understanding, anyway.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Well, is there anything else you would like to say to your fans out there? You want to plug your socials?
Yeah, I'm at I mean, just if you type in Lawrence Wallace guitarist, you should be able to find me anywhere really now. With the way the internet has been. Let me see something real quick. Let me just check something.
Sure.
Yeah. So on YouTube, just type in Lawrence Wallace. You might actually find me right away. Or if you don't find me right away, type in Lawrence Wallace guitarist, or just learn guitar today because I wanted to make it into like a teaching site.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that right now, but maybe it will be. And
Okay.
Lawrence Wallace 1984 on Instagram.
Awesome. Awesome. On 1984 is the year I graduated.
That's when I was born.
Oh, wow. Is it really? That's super cool. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Last day of the year on 1984.
Wow. Wow.
So I screwed my parents out of a party, I think.
December 31st. Woo! That's
Thinking
super
it
cool.
was worth it for them to miss out on that.
That's true.
They get all the free music and stuff, even though they probably don't listen to it.
There you go. There you go. Wow, that is so cool. So 1984 is a very special year. You were born, I graduated. Can't get any
I was
better.
kind of there, but not really.
That's it. That's it. So, but you're playing the music now, so that's awesome. Yes. Very cool. Very cool.
Indeed.
All right. Well, Lawrence, thank you so much for coming to Front Row Promotions. I hope you had a good time. I know I did.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did. It was awesome.
Awesome. And you're more than welcome to come back. And whenever you do, when you do, not if you do, but when you do, we would love for you to play your guitar. We would love to hear that live if you can.
Yeah, next time I'll plug in.
Yes, absolutely. And then you can play all my favorite songs. I'll give you a heads up of which ones.
I might actually know. Yeah, songs of mine or songs of somebody else's. I could probably play whatever.
Absolutely. We can take they can chime in and say what song they would like to hear. That's what we could have. Like awesome. a nice little music hour. I would love that.
Yeah, totally. I'm in. I'm all in.
Absolutely. Awesome. Very, very cool. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you so much. Excellent. I'm going to tie this up and throw it out there. And you'll have it on Front Row Promotions. It's on YouTube, Front Row Promotions on YouTube. And you'll be able to see this again and again and again and again and again. Ding.
Excellent.
All right. Well, thanks again. And thank you all for watching Front Row Promotions. Thank you all for supporting live music in the making, and music everywhere. This has been Lisa Melcher and Lawrence Wallace on Front Row Promotions.
Excellent.
Yes.
Bye now. Everybody.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Front Row Promotions, supporting and promoting musicians around the globe.